Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 of Kaps Corp versus Tufts C's. I'm your host, BG Smitty, with the co-host of BG Death. If you haven't already, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. And let's go ahead and jump into game 2, picking bands. I'm actually very excited to see what comes out of game 2. Game 1 was a banger. And I want to see if they actually ban out this Nautilus. Because Nautilus carried these team fights,
They
starting
gotta
them
ban
off.
the Nautilus.
But they're looking.
Skarner.
This
Skarner ban.
that Skarner is a good band. Akali, thank you. Don't like that champion, but it's a very good target band. To the mid laner of Tufts C's. Um,
Kind of want to see it. I get a lot of you. I want to see some pop off Akali plays. Let
yeah,
them through. Tough C. They're not gonna, but
nah,
I
nah,
really wonder how they're gonna adjust though in this game after last game.
yeah. Caps opting to ban out the Darius. I actually like this, and the reason why I like this is because both top laners actually play Darius fairly often. Um, so that's a very good ban. But the Jin was left open. Caps Core left it open because they did ban it out the first game. So that's gonna be that's gonna be pick
Insta
one.
lock Jin and then a insta lock Viego to reply here.
Yeah. Well, not
Jin,
insta lock. We're still hovering a little bit. Still hovering a little bit, but that Viego does end up getting locked in. I do like that Viego. That Viego pick is a strong pick. Viego is just a great all around pick. Um, and if they lock in this Jinx, I kind of like it into the Jin. But are they gonna do it? No, Ash. Ash is still good too if you can pilot it well enough. Uh,
the support type of AD carry. Oh, but the Kaiser
but the
comes through.
Kaiser comes through. So the
I
these
wonder how they're gonna. I wonder what kind of build this Jin. There's been a lot of wonky creative builds on Jin lately. The latest one being Titanic Hydra
oh,
Jin.
that came back. Titanic
Yeah,
Hydra. Titanic
yeah.
Hydra is one of those annoying things because of all the HP that you get and the fact that you can hit whatever's in front of you and still do massive damage behind them.
Double tap the autos.
But
3-4. Ba bow. Just like
exactly.
that.
But we do see the Lilia coming through, and this is a big pick
It's
coming out
crazy
uh
picks here.
for Tough C because the jungle, that's one of his main comfort picks. And we see the Scion once again locked in for this top lane. Um, very good front to back so far. A lot of damage coming through, but I want to, and a lot of consistent damage coming through with this Lilia. Um,
LeBlanc.
I do like that, but the LeBlanc,
How is Jin gonna live? We
that,
got to see some supporting I'm gonna protect the Jin here type of picks coming out next because LeBlanc and Kaisa, two really big burst champions. You know, they're gonna be looking to dive this Jin. They're gonna be looking to get him out of these fights. And the Nautilus ban does come through.
I like that. I like that a lot. They finally banned the Nautilus. Um, and that's going to be a massive ban coming out for the side of Tough Seas because Caps Core, they're going to have to switch it up. The Kaiser Nautilus is a very strong duo. And
Targeting this support player here.
yeah, actually,
I wonder why.
all four bans for the second ban phase were all targeted towards the supports. Lux and Leona is a very heavy picks for the side of Tough Seas, and Nautilus and Thresh, these hook type champions, is clearly what Liberal Larry loves to play. So I'm excited to see what they get out of here. But hold on, an ASOL.
What's this?
So hold on,
Top lane?
is it top lane? Is LeBlanc support?
Is LeBlanc support maybe?
Because we have seen a lot of LeBlanc support lately in 14.19. So
It's not bad.
it's not a bad thing, but is
We gotta
it
see
what they
that
pick?
last pick. You gotta see that last pick because it's either ASOL top lane or LeBlanc support and ASOL is mid.
But
We got the Bard.
the Bard comes through. I do
Okay,
like this Bard.
I'm
Um,
intrigued.
I want to see what he can do with it. It's a comfort pick on the side of Tufts C. He has played a lot of Bard. So I'm curious to see if
Yo, think of Bard into Lilia though. Oh man,
mm,
if he catches a couple of Caps members in that Bard ulti, they might be all going to sleep, and the Vex coming through. Vex comes through versus the Kaisa versus the Viego versus the LeBlanc. Three dashing champions. That is a nice reply. I dig it.
I like that a
I
lot.
like it.
I like that a lot, especially if this Vex can find a massive engage with his ult, like automatically get a fear, and then everyone's gonna try and dash away in some way, shape, or form, and it's just gonna reapply. And all you have to do is auto attack, and he's gonna reapply his passive for another fear. So I like
What
that
are
a
we
lot.
gonna see in this last pick though? Rel. So
Bro,
it is going to be Asol in the top lane into Scion. That is so interesting. He's just gonna be looking to scale and scale with that Stardust passive. And we got a super engage heavy. Wait, but another dasher into Vex. It could be a pretty big Vex game. They got two control mages on the side of Tufts C. This is gonna be an interesting game. I'm really excited for this game too.
yeah, I'm extremely excited for this game. Um, we're gonna see what ends up happening for the side of or for both teams here, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into game. Uh, and that was a very spicy, uh,
Pick
uh,
ban base.
yeah, pick ban phase. And we do see the Aurelion Soul in the top lane.
Yep, Asol top just gonna be looking to play the slow and steady scaling game, which I really like for Asol. I really do. I've never
Yeah,
actually seen him in the top lane before, but I reckon he'll be just fine.
yeah, I think he will. And if I'm not mistaken, Aso, no matter where he's at, because I've seen him support sometimes. Um, I think it's a troll pick, but I've seen him support sometimes. No matter where he goes, he always builds the same thing. It should be a first item Rylai's into a Leandries, and as long as he can get those two core items, he and start to stack up his passive, for the Sky's Descent, it'll be really strong ultimates on the side of Kaps Corp. But I will admit, I'm not the fan of Caps Corp not really having a traditional.
They're
Um,
pinging that bop rush from the previous game.
yeah, I'm just not. I'm not a fan of not having like a traditional. I'm not gonna say top laner, but more of a frontline tank. You do have the Rel, but once the Rel goes in, that's really all he has. He's in. It's kind of like a Leona. Once he's in, he's in. So if he gets burned down, they really don't have any other front line to protect
They do
anybody.
have the Viego in case the Scion goes down. He could steal his soul. We got a lot of trades coming out in the top lane.
Oh, this is
Looks like
true.
Asol is gonna come out on top of those trades. Um, Looks like an annoying pick in the top lane. I'm not gonna lie,
This
but
Vex.
yeah, they do have a lot of damage coming out of this level 2 Vex.
Yeah, it's that electrocute. That electrocute proc does
Oh
massive,
yeah,
massive damage in the
they
early
buffed it,
games.
didn't they?
I believe they did. I believe they did buff it. I think it was a couple patches ago though.
Yep. I think
It,
that 5 hit passive proc on Asol does percent health damage, doesn't
it
it?
does. But here we see Viego looking. Is he gonna be able to find anything? He's dashing forward. The Vex is gonna be able to fear him away. And the
He's gonna
Lilia,
have
he's
to
gonna have to
flash this.
flash. He flashes it. But meanwhile, on the bot lane, it does. So the Viego is gonna be able to get out. The Viego's gonna be able to get out without losing his life. But that was not the best. So I do like how he went about the gank. But the gank, as soon as it failed, he just needed to go back and
Right,
clear his
right,
jungle,
right,
because
right.
now he only has 3 camps, and because of this, he's gonna be late on the rotation for the bot lane. This Lilia already clearing out his red, and he's gonna pick up uh
Mhm.
his final camp, and he will have the inside path to the bot lane.
Looks like he's gonna go straight for Scuttle here. They're gonna meet each other on this Scuttle. He sees him on the Scryer's Bloom plant. Is he gonna be able to secure the scuttle in time? And he does. Does get the smite on it. Hmm.
Yeah.
What is Lily gonna do here?
But I actually, this is actually very interesting. The Lilia went Conqueror.
Uh, is
I,
that
I,
deliberate?
I personally have never seen
I've never seen a
a
Conqueror on
Conqueror
Lily.
on a
I don't think
Lilia.
it. I don't think the Conqueror stays up while the burn is happening, just like Singed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But once it is stacked, ooh, that's a nice root on the Kaisa. Looks like this bot lane is, slowly scaling up. This is what I want to see on the side of the of Tufts C. I want to see a slower paced, scale up, and then have the big fights, around Dragon, around the big objectives, the Krugs or the Grubs rather.
Yeah, you are 100% correct. I really like how Tough C's play style is. We saw it in the first game. They wanted to just farm it out. But Caps Corp
Just kept
was able to
just
just
kept
keep
getting
catching them.
caught out.
Exactly, and being able to get caught and Caps Corp being able to catch them out was very beneficial. That's a nice fear. Electrocutes is massive, but here comes the chain. He is gonna get rooted, but here comes the Lilia. He's gonna be able to jump out to safety. But yeah, no, the Tough C's seem to be let's farm and fight late versus let's just keep fighting. So Caps Core, if they really want to try and do anything, they're gonna have to really bring the pressure to them, like they did in Game One.
Yeah, they just got to be wary about those. Ooh, big stun, big knockup coming out of the Scion. Still even. Asol is looking to get his 6 off of this wave here, and then he'll be just fine. Um, Looks like Tough C is doing a lot better in these lanes.
Yeah,
Very even game right now.
yeah, I really like what I'm seeing at a side of Tough C. They're doing a phenomenal job about just trying to just farm. They actually have a CS lead in two of the lanes, which is a huge improvement than from last game. But again, those fears coming through, the LeBlanc's just not able to really do too much. He does get the trade back, but the electrocute procs out of both sides is just doing massive damage. But the Vex keeps
Lily on
coming.
the grubs.
Oh, Lilia is on the grubs. But it looks like it's going to be a nice little trade. So it's going to be the Dragon going over for Tough Seas and... Oh, I'm sorry, for Caps Core. And Lilia is going to be able to grab these grubs. So they are going to be able to just trade them out.
What do you value more? I think that the grubs are the better pick over Mountain. But what's funny is Tough C would like to see the Mountain Drake more. Oh, we got a nice little engage coming out of the ASO again right here in the top lane. Just, you know, farming this wave up and chip trading at the same time. But as I was saying, the Mountain Drake would be better suited for Tough C than Caps Core.
Ooh, Temper's Fate goes wide. They were looking for that engage, but they just... which was smart because the Bard was able to get level 6 before everybody else in the bot lane. So he was trying to just get a nice early pick and utilize his strength out of the Jhin.
LeBlanc roaming. Not going to be able to find much.
Hold on. So everybody stop their backs. There's 4 people on the bot side. Hold. The root's gonna come through. A nice knockoff coming out of the rel, and the ignite
Ooh, he
comes
has
out.
1 HP.
Hold on. Now they're looking for a dive in the bot lane.
I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this off.
I'm not sure. They're looking for it now. Every 2 members on the side of Tough C's are really low, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
Lilia's going to pick up these coffees. She's going to take a nice little sip.
The Jhin stepping up.
Heal right up.
He's trying to
They're
get
not
some
going to
damage.
be able to... They're trying to push this wave in so that they can do this 4-man dive.
Oh, but hold
They're
on. The
taking a
rel
long
made level 6. Rel made level 6. Hold on. All right. Look, the ignite goes down early. So hold on. Here comes. They're looking. That's a huge Mighty Storm coming in. The TP's coming out from the top side, but now everyone's turning in. They're really gonna be able to trade 1 for 1 right now. But now the Jhin curtain calls up. Is he gonna be able to get this kill on the Liberty Larry? No. Larry's gonna be able to get out, but now the LeBlanc jumps in. The LeBlanc's able to trade a kill. He flashes forward and he's able to get the kill onto the rail. Now he's trying to run away. He's trying to get.
He
But
dies
now
for it.
he roots it, but he's able to get the trade onto the Alex. So that's 3 kills going into the favor of of Tufts C's here,
Tufts
and
C.
all of them going in favor of this Jin, and he instantly buys a Wild's Arrow. Now you did say you wanted to see uh, some crazy
Yo,
build
there are
paths.
some crazy creative builds on Jin. I don't know how I feel about the arrow. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. But I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
But see, all right. So the thing about the arrow, it does an extra 70 damage on. Hold on, that's a nice Temper's Fate coming through for the Bard. He's trying to get this kill
She
onto.
did.
Oh, the nice root. Oh, he's
Woo!
literally one tap. He just needs to hit him.
Oh my god, that was so close.
He wasn't able to get it, and that was just massive coming out.
He
Uh,
still has the barrier and the flash.
yeah, he did.
There was very good discipline on bees in your chair, the Kaisa, for holding on to that barrier.
Yes, but now was it discipline or did he just forget? That's the question.
No, it's not BG Smitty on the Kaisa.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's
Okay.
bees in your chair.
Okay. But we see this Rel holding the wave. I really want to see the Jin just step up and try and push that wave under. But this is gonna be a lot of damage being traded on both sides. The Fear is gonna miss coming out of the Vex, but it was a a nice stun coming
Nice
through.
stun.
Ooh, he gets the clone proc out of this LeBlanc. So if he looks for an engage, he can get the kill without having to worry about it. This Vex is already level 9 now, and it's gonna be able
Up
to
30
start
CS.
up 30 CS, and it's gonna be able to start clearing these waves with his Q. So I want to see skill disparity start to clear out his wave, and then starting to roam wherever his jungle is, and start landing these nice ultimates so he can start snowballing himself. But mind you, we see Ruler trying to take these grubs.
It's got one.
He's able to get one, but he's gonna have to heartbreak over the
Sorry, not gonna be able to
the wall.
hold this. Lilia's in the bot lane, looking at the dragon in the bot lane.
Ooh, a nice Temper Fate comes through.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a stun. Now they turn all the foes. A Magnet Storm coming through, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. And they're gonna be able to burn down this Rel. And that was a nice gank coming through for the side of Tufts C's.
And Cyan and Vex is actually able to hold on to these grubs, preventing Kaps Corp from taking the other two.
Ooh, that was a nice ult coming out, but he wasn't underneath the tower. But he did have to burn his flash, and he doesn't have TP. So the Scion, if he's able to land a massive Q,
He's gonna have to let this
he's
wave
gonna
go,
get it.
man.
Oh, and he gets the solo bolo under the tower.
He's gonna have to let that wave go, man. You're 1 HP under the tower. You gotta let it go.
That was massive, and he's gonna be able to get the demolish procs and 2 turret plates on top of that. And this Asol doesn't have TP to get back up top, so this is a massive,
Yeah, it's a lot of XP.
win for the side of Tufts C's in the top lane. Way better than game number 1.
Way better.
But we do see the second dragon going over into the favor of Kaps Corp. So Kaps Corp is Drake stacking again. But as you said, these grubs are still up, and there's only 2 of them left. And it does appear that Lilia is going to try and go grab him while he can. But this Viego is about to get caught out. They know where he's at. They're all collapsing onto him.
Ooh, just missed him.
Ooh, he's going to be able to get out. But this, I want to see them trying to take this tier 1 tower. It's extremely low.
It's dangerous. She knows that Viego is close by. Lilia is gonna be able to get these last 2 grubs though.
Yeah, that's massive. That's gonna be a five grubs to 1. Ooh, a nice jump coming in from the Rel. A stun followed up, but there's not gonna be anything following after that. Viego pushing this Lilia off. And Rel's gonna be able. So now the rest of the top lanes are coming down. So hold on. So it is gonna be 4 to 2. It's gonna be 4 to 2 grubs. This Viego trying to get out. Ooh, a nice Temper's Fate coming through.
Good.
The single man stun. Oh, but that's not gonna be enough. That fear comes through, and that's gonna be 1 dead Viego. A Soul is gonna be able to just fly away.
Just flew by on that Bard stun. You know, these support picks really are the name of the game, huh? We got 4 kill Jin over here, mind you.
Yeah, but the question is he gonna build IE second, or are we gonna see a wonky pick? So far, I don't really like the wild arrows. I think having, especially for the what he's playing into with how squishy cap scores is, I think going collector would have been a smarter first item, especially with the amount of gold that he got.
Collector would have been fine.
This tower is
He's
gonna go
getting this
down.
tower. Yeah,
The
that's
tower goes
first blood
down. Now
tower
he's gonna
and
oh,
all turret plates, mind
but
you.
here comes he's gonna be able to fly away. But now, oh, we just have multiple fights going on both sides, and it looks like the Scion's gonna be able to get out, and
Everyone walks
Alex
away.
barely living. Everyone barely living in these exchanges across the map.
Scion able to get. Is that every turret plate that he got, or was it too late? I didn't see.
No, he did not get every turret plate, but he did get 4 out of the 5, and he was able to secure the first tower gold. So it is a big chunk of change going in his favor, and we are looking at a 4K gold lead on the side of Tufts C.
Tufts C doing much better in this early game than they were in the last game. I really love how they adjusted. Ooh, a
Ooh, he
lot of
wasn't gonna
abilities
get.
flying. They were able to get the flash out of the row,
But
which I suppose is worth for Temper's Fate.
I, yeah, it is. But I still don't think it's all of that because he is running Hex Flash, and Hex, as long as he's not in Vision, he can charge up a full Hex Flash.
Hex Flash is going to be good for. Ooh,
That's a
we
nice
got the
route.
root coming out on the Kaisa. The Hex Flash is going to be good for maybe like flank surprise plays and also uh, catching someone out in maybe in lane or maybe in river, from a brush. But less useful in, let's say, like a team fight scenario where the Rel is definitely going to need his flash to activate his ulti and engage.
Exactly. But I am liking how this game's going. It's a lot slower pace, but they're taking very good trades for both sides. But see, look, hold on, we have Viego going through the Hex
Spotted.
Gate, but they did spot him go through the Hex Gate. So now they fall back to their tower, but are they gonna be able to? Are they just gonna counter jungle?
1 minute on the dragon.
And that's gonna be a Herald going over to the side of Tufts C. So if with this
Is she
dragon
gonna
coming
spawn
up,
it right away in this top lane? No, she isn't.
I don't think that'd be smart. I think it'd be smarter for Tufts C to hold on to this Herald and throw the Herald down when they have about 20 seconds left, and then try and get this dragon.
She might use it after the fight because Lilia has it. She might use it before or after the
Ooh, that's
fight.
a nice ult coming
Nice
through.
CC chain coming through on
Oh,
the.
he
Ooh,
had to
he has to
flash.
flash.
This Aceful not having flash almost majority of the game, having to waste it.
Just not able to farm at all. Getting completely bullied by this Scion.
Scion gonna be able to get that empowered back. This dragon's
Actually, I
coming
stand
up.
corrected. He is able to farm. They have almost even farm in the top lane.
Yeah, they are both farming very well. They I would say they're probably about a 7.5 CS a minute, give or take, at this moment. But we see all of Tufts C's down here for this dragon, but he takes the Scion takes it. The rail jumps in. He has a 2-man Magnet Storm. Now they're all of Kaps Corp is trying to. Oh,
Not
I'm sorry,
looking good
Tufts
for
C is
Kaps
looking.
Corp.
Yeah, Kaps Corp is gonna have to get out of this. He flashes over the wall, but that slow is gonna happen. Ooh, a nice Temper Fate landing on this Kaiser, and they're gonna get a
Flash
full
Lilia.
charge. And that's gonna be 2 for 0 going in the favor of Tufts C's.
And the Infernal.
And the Hex tape. The heck the
Next, yeah. I
But
wonder why it says Infernal in the top left.
that's just a little bug. But while we had the opportunity, while they take this dragon, let's go ahead and run this back real quick. We watched the Scion takes the Hex Gate into all of Kaps Corp, and Kaps Corp tries to get a nice engage, which they do, but they're just kind of all spread out, and all of Tufts C is able to just focus their attention on one player at a time, where Kaps Corp is spread completely and not able to isolate just one person. But going ahead, jumping back into live here, Tufts C is sitting in a very powerful position for this match, and I really like how the warding is going for the side of Tufts C. Like, they have wards all littered through this bot side jungle. It's just complete. The map's just completely lit up. and it's phenomenal for what you see. If we take a look at it, look at all the wards that they have for the side of Tufts C. They know where everybody's at, and the map's just completely dark for the side of Kaps Corp.
It's like a nocturne ult, perma nocturne ult for Kaps Corp.
Yeah, I mean, Tufts C has been definitely been sweeping. They've been making sure that they always try to have pinks on at least two of their members this whole entire game, and they've just been playing the vision game very well, and knowing where everyone is on Caps Core just about at all moments of the game, um, has just been phenomenal. But we are about to crest this 20-minute mark. The Baron is going to be the next main objective that's going to be coming online. But taking a look at these items real quick, we have a unending despair for the Scion. So Scion's going to be able to just continue to heal in these fights by himself. That item is disgusting by itself. He's going to be able to heal as long as he's in the middle of the team fight. The Aurelian Soul does have the Rylai's as expected. But hold on. Doesn't look like too much is going to happen here. They're just going to be able to clear out some vision. Bork is pretty normal for the Viego. The Leandry is pretty normal for the Lilia. But I am curious to see how this wild arrow is doing for this Jhin. Right now, they're just trying to fill each other out. The Herald does go down. Jin's gonna take it, but where's he going?
Ring around the rosy a bit.
Oh, he gets the knockup.
Gets the knockup, gets the sleep.
And that's gonna
and Viego's gonna go down.
That was massive. That was gonna be a huge ultimate coming out of this Rel, but he's gonna get hit with the Temper's Fate, and that's gonna be a dead Rel. And now they're focusing their attention onto this tier 2 tower. And that's just massive. That's a 2 for 0 on the side of Tufts C's. Oh, here comes a huge Skies Descend. That's massive, but the Silence just tanking up the tower. He's gonna die, and he's gonna go into his passive. But that's gonna be 2 more kills going on. 3. I'm sorry, and that's gonna be a clean ace.
That's an ace
for the side of Tufts.
They're gonna go straight for Baron.
Yeah, they're going straight for Baron. But the Viego and the Rel are up. But I want to know if they're gonna try and contest this. But while we have the opportunity, let's run that back real quick. They get the first 2 kills, and then they take down this tier 2 tower. And from here, it's the Scion is just face tanking everything. But the Sky's Descent comes down, and it lands on 3 members. But his ultimate that comes through is just enough to be able to get a 2-man knockup, and then they just have enough burst damage to just completely annihilate everybody on the side of Kaps Corp. Now back into live.
They don't actually get the Baron.
Yeah, they didn't get the Baron, and Kaps Corp was able to fend it off and get some vision in their jungle and on Baron. But we do have Drake number 4 coming up in 45 seconds. So I want to see both teams try and stack these Drakes. Hextech.
Both top laners have TP.
Yes.
Vex also has TP.
And so does LeBlanc. LeBlanc having to ult to get out, but that's going to be a huge slow and a massive burn. But here comes the curtain calling. But the clone comes out the body block, and that's a beautiful clone.
Clutch clone right there for real. Even though she was still able to dash out regardless.
But now we see Tufts C's. They're posturing around this.
She also
this
flashed,
dragon.
mind you. The LeBlanc did use flash.
She did. But we see all of Kaps Corp trying to catch out the tankiest member on the side of Tufts C's. And unfortunately not going to be able to get it. So this is going to be a pretty free dragon going over to the side of Tufts C's. And I really like what happened there. They were able to push everybody off and force out Kaps Corp, and they were ready to retake vision onto the blue side jungle of Kaps Corp.
Man, how about the difference in this game in Tufts C versus the first game? They're playing this game so much more disciplined.
They are, and they're taking their time, and I really like this. If they can keep this up for not just this game, but if they're able to close this game out and able to take game 3 in the same fashion, that'll be a wonderful, uh, wonderful thing for Tough C's. So I don't know how I feel about this Ace Soul in the top lane. Yes, he's able to farm, he's able to get what he needs, and his ultimates are massive.
I mean, we haven't seen him in a team fight yet. He will be though. He's gonna have to join.
Yeah.
Well, we have seen him in a team fight. Actually, we saw him in the last team fight with the huge Stars Descend. But as long as he keeps scaling, I believe that he will be a force eventually. But is it going to be enough time? Is Tufts C going to give them enough time for that? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a very good question because right now it appears that the Scion is building towards that Hydra that you were speaking of that the Jin may have built, but looks like he's building into that now, and he does. He builds a Titanic Hydra. He gets that on his back, and all of Tough C is gonna get reset off of this Baron, which is smart. So now they're gonna be able to spend all of their gold, and now they're coming out onto the Rift with basically a 10k gold lead over Kaps Corp.
Yeah, not looking good for Kaps Corp in this game. They got the Baron. They're going to be able to push these waves out. They don't really even need to completely group here. They still have 2 TPs on their side. Well, all TPs are up right now for the top and the mid lane. They can look for a 1-3-1 push here, pretty seamlessly. Just got to be really careful not to get caught out because Kaps Corp is definitely going to be looking for these picks here.
So
Yeah, the root is going to come out of the LeBlanc. She's going to eat the stun, looking for Aso to back her up here. He doesn't, but we have a fight going on in the mid lane. The ult is going to
oh
land
my
for the
lord,
Vex, and Viego is going to go down. Curtis Calls is still out. The ult misses from Vex, but he has to walk. Rel has to walk away. 1 HP now. They're going to be knocking on this front door of the tier 3. They're going to be getting this inhibitor as well. And meanwhile, Sion is still trucking along in the bot lane. He's asking for assistance for his team to back him up on this tier 3 in the bot lane. If they get a second inhibitor, this is gonna be really, really hard to come back from on the side of Kaps Corp.
this
It
is
looks
a
like
huge Baron play.
they're continuing on with this Baron. They're gonna be able to get this bot lane inhibitor, and now all that's left is top lane, and that's not much in the way of defense for Kaps Corp.
See, this was massive. This was absolutely massive for Tough C's. Not only is Tough C's going to be able to recall and spend their gold, they were able to take 2 inhibs, and those are going to be automatic pushing lanes no matter what. And while they still have this Baron, they're going to try and look to group as 5 on the top. I want to see them try and group as 5 on the top lane, and start to try and push in and take all 3 while they still have Baron. But I think it was very smart what Tough C's did. You mentioned that they should do. Hold on, this Bard might get caught out. He's gonna be able to journey through the wall.
Bard has plot armor. I'm convinced.
Ooh, that's a nice spear coming through into the nice root, and that's gonna be one dead Rel. He's just unable to move. He was CC'd for days, but Viego is looking. But they're trying to go on to the tankiest member of Tough C's.
Viego does have the Blade of the Roaring King, but Kaisa is going unhit. She's not going to be able to damage the Scion whatsoever. The Vex is going to go on the Viego. Viego is going to fall down. Now we have the Stars Descend. Big bomb on the Vex. Vex is going to pop. So is the Kaisa. And Aso is still going. He's feeling a little drowsy. He's going to be going to sleep. Not the best time to be sleeping, buddy.
But
And he's going to burn down. Right underneath his tower. LeBlanc is gonna TP on the minion right underneath Sion's hammer, and she's gonna be going down here too.
Oh my lord, that was just.
And now Sion is gonna be TPing on the minion for Nexus Tower. Nexus Tower fell down in the midst of all that chaos. Bard is going to stun this Rel. There's not a single thing Rel can do. They have 4 team members down on the side of Kaps Corp. This is gonna be the end of the game, folks.
This was a massive, massive game for Tough C. Being able to bring it back from that devastating loss in game 1, they just were able to take their lead and continue to snowball it and get these picks. we saw a couple team fights, but there was more picks than there was team fights. They just pick after pick, and the CC chain coming out of Tufts C's was phenomenal. And this is the end of game 2. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you all in game number 3.